Yeah, so when it really rains, it pours, doesn't it? Be it a sunny day. Just unluckiness all day for me. Last night I was kind of layered in the middle of forest by this river, undecided of which way I wanted to go, to the coast or back to the city. I ended up deciding to go to the coast, but only to get food because I was out of food and stuff for coffee. And I got some coffee brewing up right now. And I ended up going back to kind of that little river spot. Today was one of the first days in a long time when I was like, all right, I'm going to actually get up and get at it, focus on stocks today. And it was a bummer too because this was the cell phone I was using. Here's a Nvidia stock. So I woke up at 6:30, tracked it all the way till about 11. And right at about 11, my phone died. And right as my phone died was when all the inflection and crazy volatility started entering the market. And because my phone died and I was at the river spot, only my T-Mobile phone had service. Only this phone had service. I have two Cricket phones, but those didn't have service there. And those phones were charged. And it is especially crummy because by the time I got 2 miles further up, charged my phone a little bit and turned it back on, the stock had moved massively downwards from and I was trying to bet that it would end over a certain price on the daily options. And I failed to cancel my order because my cell phone died, right? So by the time I had my phone charged, got it up and going, the order had already filled because I forgot to cancel it. And it was just straight downhill from there. Luckily, my risk profile was just $180 because that was all I could afford to lose if I lost it. And I don't really have much money besides that because I've spent all my money on gas for this rental and just day-to-day life. And so, instead of dialing in profit like I would have, if my phone wouldn't have died, I could have raised the price by 5 cents. It was short from 5 cents hidden originally. It would have doubled up before then it fell. Could have been sitting on a quick $400. Instead, it closed out at 50% lower, which is $98. So 98 versus 400 because of 2 split seconds and not being able to charge my cell phones or having my cell phones charged. And then that brings me to one thing I was thinking. I had it written down here. I was writing a bunch of stuff down, and February about AI because I was getting ready to maybe do some AI work before kind of all the poisoning at the hotels with carbon monoxide and cigarette smoke and stuff. And what I had written down was AI will be great for the individual, creative, and thinker by allowing them to do almost limitless things. And it is true, as of the last couple model release drops, Claude Fable and the new ChatGPT 5.6 that's coming out in July, so 1 month from now pretty much. These applications literally allow the creative individual to be out in the middle of nowhere if they choose and have limitless potential. The only problem though is if you are out in the middle of nowhere, you need to have cell phone service. And if the one cell phone that you have dies on you while you're in the middle of work, it can be critical failure. Even more so with like stocks than AI, because if your phone dies while you're doing AI work, chances are half of that's saved. But what I've noticed with a lot of my chats in particular is if you're doing like a progressive workflow or you're dialing down images or video, once you've dialed it into a way you want it to be produced, staying in the same chat maintains that frame of what you were building. As soon as you merge different chats, even if you've had the application itself or whichever LLM save the chat history as far as whatever heartbeat or soul prompt you've used to dictate your workflow, it's not as valuable as if you were just running in the same chat and say your computer didn't die or your cell phone didn't die while you were halfway through work. So for me today, when it rains, it pours. I got up early to get at it, and I studied all day long. Almost was able to make today a productive day and make some money, and instead I just got unlucky by the sheer unluck of things. And it's a real bummer too, because in a couple days I got to return this rental, and then from there I'm going to be on my bike. So an extra $400 would have been very helpful, although not the most helpful, because an extra $400 would be great if I was staying at hotels, but I'm still too scared to be in hotels, so I'm just going to be on my bike versus this van in a few days. But anyways, what can you do? You get up and at it early, you try to work, and then it fails. I could be taking it a lot harder right now, and instead I'm just wrapping my mind around what I can do next to make up for it, which is getting up every day and getting at it. I've wasted way too much time this year from pain and regret and remorse and loss, and way too much time the last 2 years from injury after injury. I've had 2 unfortunate leg accidents where I was on crutches for 100 days, right at the moment when I'm almost to the next step, and then you kind of lose everything. If you're not working for a few months and you got to maintain storage units and hotel costs and other stuff, then it can be problematic. And so the goal is to get up and work hard every day going forward, because I've wasted too much time, and any moment, any day not working hard is worth thousands down the line versus just 100 or 2 today. Any which way, gonna sign out for now, get a little more research done, grill up a cheese bagel, have another cup of coffee, and then see where the afternoon takes me, whether it be in town or just chilling here.